A CNN host just came out and said what the Democratic Party is really struggling with in terms of its brand. He said it is garbage. Like, it's in the basement. Total garbage brand right now. You know what? I couldn't have said it better myself. Harry Enton, I think his name is, over at CNN. Let's play him for a spin here, shall we see? I was kind of surprised. I mean, a CNN host actually admitting the truth on where the brand is, the Democrat brand right now, in the garbage. Watch.
Particular point, the Democratic brand is in the basement. It is total and complete garbage in the mind of the American public. The Democratic Party's net favorable rating, record lows in all three. Wall Street Journal, 30 points underwater. CNN, 26 points underwater. Gallup, 26 points underwater. And that is being driven in large part by discontent within the Democratic base. The Democratic base wants something different. We'll ultimately end up seeing who they choose. It'll be quite the thing who ultimately gets the rose.
Yeah. We'll see who they choose. Let's hope it's not AOC or Mamdani or any of these communist, socialist, crazy tune pants that they've got there on the left, like the extreme left of the Democrat Party. It's frightening because increasingly you're hearing this momentum towards that extremism, that radicalism. And of course, where you're hearing it on the channel that Comcast is so darn thrilled to get rid of. Here's Rev Sharpton talking with somebody about how we just need to embrace more of this crazy tune nonsense, communism. Sorry, it's been done. It's been tried all around the world. You know, it sounds good at first, and then everybody realizes who these people are. They just want bigger, bigger, bigger government for themselves. Anyway, the Democrat Party clearly has a problem. Watch.
Obama. So, Director, a bunch of questions from this. Let me just start with this. How much does the source matter, right? So you hear the story of...
Speaking of polling, a new Wall Street Journal poll shows Democrats getting their lowest approval number among voters in 35 years, with Republicans outperforming them by nearly 20 points. How big of a red flag should this be for Democrats a year before the midterms? And what can they do to improve their perception among voters?
It's red everywhere, Rev. And it's not just a red flag. This is a blaring red alarm that Democrats should not ignore. And I say that thinking about how angry people are, because Democrats specifically ran on a platform in 2024 about how dangerous Donald Trump is, how he would lead an authoritarian type of regime in this administration, and how he is now acting on that. And Democrats have yet to formulate an explicit, comprehensive response to someone that they identified as a threat. They're not treating him as a threat. There's these attempts to use normal tactics in politics that no longer apply to the playbook or the reality that we're experiencing. And I think it's important for Democrats.
So what are the normal tactics? In all seriousness, you guys, what were those normal tactics? Were those the things that, like, Clapper was caught doing, what Brennan was caught doing, what Comey was caught doing? Are those the normal tactics? I mean, it does not surprise me, right, that the Democrats have a problem, that they're the worst that they've been in 35 years. But, you know, when you lie to people over and over again, yeah, your brand is going to be in the garbage, okay? Because at some point people wake up and they're like, okay, number one, you're out. And number two, why do you keep still lying to me? I mean, think about Clapper, right? Clapper trying to tell us something a couple of years ago that totally wasn't true. And now we know it. Remember this?
Obama. So, Director, a bunch of questions from this. Let me just start with this. How much does the source matter, right? So you hear the story of this laptop. We don't know a lot. We do know that the way that this information is getting out is through Steve Bannon and Rudy Giuliani. How much does the...
By the way, God forbid, Rudy Giuliani and Steve Bannon. Here we go.
Source matter here?
Well, source matters a lot, and the timing matters a lot, I think. And to me, this is just classic textbook Soviet-Russian tradecraft at work. The Russians have analyzed the target.
Okay, really, he goes on to explain it all, how the Russians were analyzing the target, and they figured, okay, we want to make sure that we somehow hurt Donald Trump however we can, Biden, however we can, so we're going to release this Hunter Biden laptop. And so the counter narrative was, well, it's not Hunter Biden's laptop. It's just a bunch of garbage being fed to you by Rudy Giuliani and the Russians. Except, what do we know, guys? What do we know? It turns out the whole thing was true. Okay, so when, again, the CNN host admits the obvious, that the Democrat brand is in the garbage, he's not wrong. He's not wrong because they lied to us over and over and over again. And now what are they doing? They're freaking out. They're totally freaking out. Hey, Clapper admitted he's lawyering up.
When the director says that she's referred these filings to the Justice Department for a criminal investigation, tonight we're told they formed what is called a strike force. Do you have concerns that they will attempt to prosecute you?
Well, certainly I do. After 8.5 years of this, and I don't know of an intelligence product that was more scrutinized, more investigated than that product was by numerous people. It's very disconcerting. It really is. And I take seriously when the President of the United States accuses me of being a participant in a treasonous conspiracy, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, what's your reaction to that?
It's ridiculous. It is untrue.
So what will you do if they come after you? What is your plan?
Well, I'll lawyer up, I suppose. Already have.
Yeah, of
You've
course.
already hired attorneys.
You lawyer up. He's already lawyering up. Of course he is. They're panicking. All of them are panicking. You get Peter Strzok, remember him from Lisa Page fame. He has completely taken down every tweet on X that he's ever sent. You've got all of them panicking right now because they realize that reality is catching up with them.